This year marks the 70th anniversary of diplomatic relations between China and Africa, as well as the China-Africa Year of people-to-people exchanges. Over the past decades, cooperation between China and African countries has expanded from traditional areas like infrastructure and trade to new frontiers such as green development, digital technology, and innovation. Welcome to China-Africa Talk. I'm Gao Junya. Among these partnerships, the relationship between China and Uganda is exemplary of the long-standing friendship and shared development. Diplomatic ties between the two countries date back to 1962, just days after Uganda gained independence. Since then, cooperation has continued to grow across sectors, including infrastructure, agriculture, education, health, and energy. In this episode, I speak with Oliver Wonekha, Uganda's ambassador to China, who shares her insights on the evolving partnership between Uganda and China. She highlights the opportunities emerging from China's development strategies and expanding opening up policies, reaffirmed at this year's two sessions. Thank you so much, Ambassador Wonekha, for this interview opportunity. Yes, we know that this year marks the 64th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between Uganda and China. So first of all, could you please just take us through the evolution of this important friendship and maybe share some of the key highlights with us?
Yes, it is true. 8 days after we got independence in 1962, China entered into diplomatic relationship with Uganda, and we haven't looked back in this relationship. China has been a strategic partner all along on issues of peace and security, on issues of development, especially infrastructure development. China is with us in the area of education, of health. Yeah, they've been 64 years of true friendship and partnership.
Mm-hmm. Yes, quite a significant partner when it comes to shared development. And we know that at the just concluded two sessions, China outlined some of its key achievements and also development agenda. And I'm wondering if you have attended the opening ceremony of the NPC?
Yes, I attended not only the opening ceremony, but also the closing ceremony as well. This is a very serious event that happens every year, and the pronouncements there, the legislation that was adopted, all these are very friendly for the continent of Africa, because China is, all these developments, the strategies are not just about China. They are about engaging the world, especially Africa, and in this case, my country, Uganda.
Yes, and I just want to know, what specific opportunities maybe you have observed when it comes to Uganda-China cooperation, maybe in some, especially in some emerging areas, be it green development, digital economy, or climate change and AI, things like that.
Very, very relevant, all those areas to my country. When it comes to green development, China is so advanced in solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, and we are also working hard if we can also utilize those resources to get green energy. When it comes to digitalization, we look at China and look forward to share those goals that you've set yourselves. In the area of AI, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I just recall there is this case that actually Uganda launched its very first smartphone, right? Produced and made in Uganda, and it's actually a co-production between Uganda and China.
Yeah.
So I think
it is the company is Simi. It's called Simi.
Yes, Simi.
Technologies. They are indeed assembling these smartphones. That makes it so much easier for our very young population to access relatively cheaper phones than those that are imported directly from outside.
What about new energy vehicles? I know that there is this growing momentum of Chinese-made new energy vehicles exporting to Africa, and sometimes they, in certain countries, they even assembled locally. Is there a certain production?
Yes, starting with motorbikes, we have got electrically driven motorbikes, but we also have buses, EV buses, and like that we do appreciate the cooperation between China and my country.
About the EV buses, are they assembled and produced locally? Or?
Yes, they are in Uganda, and just last year we had test run up to Southern Africa and back, just to show that they actually are functional. So it's very exciting.
So I think based on your insights, so they're not just for the Ugandan market. I think they're aiming for the regional and even the continental.
Definitely. You lead, China leads, and we follow.
Thank you. And we know that actually this year marks the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between China and Africa. And also this year has been designated as the year of people-to-people exchanges.
Yes.
We know that tourism is definitely an emerging sector when it comes to Uganda-China cooperation, right? Uganda is endowed with stunning landscapes and rich wildlife resources as well. Personally, I know you have gorilla, Lake Victoria. I'm wondering, when it comes to tourism cooperation, what have we achieved and what are the potential there?
The potential is huge. Uganda is truly the pearl of Africa. And we are yet to see more tourists coming from China. Uganda does not only have those gorillas, the mountain gorillas, the silverbacks. Uganda has got elephants, has got buffaloes, the crocodile, it has got climbing lions. We have Lake Victoria is the second largest freshwater lake in the world, and it is the source of the River Nile, one of the longest rivers in the world. Along this River Nile, it's not just for tourism. In cooperation with China, we are getting power, hydropower, from the river, from the waterfalls. Power China, one of its subsidiaries, Sinohydro, is in Uganda. And you don't only come for the tourism, can also check out what China is doing in Uganda with us. So tourism, not only the wildlife, the people. Uganda has got over 60 tribes. Here you call them ethnicities.
Yes.
We call them tribes. And they are as varied as you can imagine, both in food, in dance, in dress. So I actually encourage our Chinese friends, including you, next, you're coming to Uganda to check these facts out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, I think while I was attending the China International Import Expo, I saw the exhibition hall of you from Uganda. You had put on some wonderful performances of your local culture, dancing and drumming.
Yes, the drums, the guitars, the violins, our local ones, So, and we do see some improvement of our friends from China coming to Uganda, but we need more of you to come and check out. We have over 1,000 species of birds, migratory birds. When they run away from winter here, they come to Uganda. Check it out.
And not to mention your national bird, a crested crane.
Yes, the crested crane, and many others, So We are seeing some increase in our Chinese friends going to Uganda, but we need some more. Yes.
Could you please just allude to us some of the initiatives or policies when it comes to tourism cooperation? What are you going to do to encourage more travel there?
We are trying to get Chinese tour operators to come and check out what Uganda looks like, to be able to attract more of our Chinese friends to come over. We're trying to use also the media, and I know here CGTN is our friend. Please say something about the beauty of Uganda. So we're trying as much as possible to engage in as many ways as possible. If we can have more Chinese going to Uganda, and also there are Ugandans who are curious about China. Come and see the Great Wall, for example. Yeah.
Yes, speaking of the Great Wall, I think last year the embassy here launched a program called First Uganda-China Coffee Tour,
yes.
Coffee Awareness Tour.
Yes.
And part of it was held at the Great Wall, right?
True.
Yes. So I see that you've been trying very hard to promote the coffee industry back home. And we know actually Uganda is one of the leading coffee producers and exporters around the world, actually. So can you tell us the significance of the coffee industry in your economy? And what potential do you see here in the Chinese market for Ugandan coffee?
For Uganda, coffee is a very important export crop. And at some point, given our turbulent past, coffee was the export crop alone. But it was contributing 95% of our forex earnings. Wow. But right now, of course, with stability, it has competitors, but coffee is very important to us. We started the campaign at the Great Wall, and we actually had our first coffee tour, Chinese Uganda coffee tour to Uganda. Wow. With coffee lovers, coffee traders, coffee shop owners, and prospective investors in the industry. So we do hope that we will have our Chinese partners not just drink the coffee, but engage in the value chain right from commercial farming, because it's mainly cultivated by smallholder farmers. But with Chinese partners, we can do commercial farming and then engage in the whole value chain, have factories, which factories will add value to the coffee, and then we do the packaging and bring it here. And who does better packaging than China? The packaging here is so smart, and we would like that you partner with us to improve on our packaging, and then we bring the coffee here.
So it's actually not just consuming the Uganda coffee, right? It's co-producing together.
Yes.
Get engaged in the value chain.
Yes.
And together to drive towards the industrialization process.
Yes. Actually, agricultural industrialization is one of our priorities, and we look forward to that continued partnership with our Chinese friends to help us develop this value chain and be able to export a finished product rather than just the green beans.
Of course, yes. Speaking of increasing the value and also engagement in the value chain, we know that actually China has reaffirmed its commitments to high level and high standard opening up. Yeah. At the just concluded 2 sessions. And one example is actually China is going to implement the zero tariff treatment to 53 African countries with diplomatic ties, of course, Uganda included. Yeah. What opportunities do you see in this policy? and how is it going to promote the industrialization of Uganda and its economic development?
It's for us, it means so much. We were already enjoying 98% tariff-free. Now it is 100%. We've been exporting our produce in the raw form. We look forward to further engagement with our Chinese partners to add value to our raw products, including the agricultural products, to industrialize, to be able to export to China, to enjoy that 100% tariff-free. It's a huge opportunity, even as we still struggle with that additional value, with the industrialization. But with further engagement and having listened to the 2 sessions, they promise a lot to the world. And Uganda, we are strategizing to continue partnering with you to enjoy some more and take advantage of this 100% tariff-free opportunity.
Can you just introduce to our audience some of the signature products from Uganda? We need to pay attention to when they've been imported to China with this zero tariff treatment.
Yes. Well, right now we do have protocols that have been signed to enable chilies, red chilies to come to China. And last year we witnessed the first 11-ton consignment of chilies coming to China. There is a protocol for fish already signed to bring fish here. We have, of course, coffee is already coming in, and I'm happy that during my time here, the coffee consumption in this country has gone up. I witnessed the first 3 containers of arrival of coffee beans by a company in Henan last year. That was very exciting. So we look forward to more and more of finished products, not raw products, finished products being imported into China.
Yeah, I think especially as someone as you who's been actually engaged in the coffee industry, right, for 3 decades.
Yes.
That must be something very rewarding to see the consignments that come over here.
Yes, it is very encouraging indeed, very rewarding. Because in my country, we know that China drinks tea. Now, I know CGTN will help me to tell Ugandans that China drinks coffee as well, and good coffee. Uganda produces good coffee. Our exports are not just going up, but they are going up because of the rich flavors, the aromas, the taste of our coffee. And we do pay attention to the quality of the coffee that we're exporting. So as China drinks some more coffee, please import it from Uganda.
Of course, because actually China is a growing market when it comes to coffee consumption. It is getting bigger and bigger, especially among the young people. There is a huge consumption of coffee. So definitely there's a big market for Uganda coffee here in the Chinese market.
Very encouraging.
And speaking of cultural exchange, people-to-people exchanges, and especially young people, we can't skip one lady actually here in China. Her name is Rose Adiking.
Yes.
She's quite a big influencer here in China. I just checked, actually, on Chinese TikTok, Douyin, she has a follower of almost 15 million. That's big.
Yes.
I think maybe she's the most followed African influencer here in China. And so, because I think through her works it's not only about her life here in China, right? It's also about how life and work is back in Uganda, helps Chinese people to get to understand Uganda as well. I'm curious to know, what do you think the role that young people like Rose play when it comes to enhance mutual understanding to strengthening our bond?
Yeah, Rose is so exemplary. Last year, I had the opportunity of welcoming her back home at Entebbe Airport. She was with a crew of Chinese friends and partners and supporters in her efforts. She is really exemplary and a bridge in the relationship that we can have under the pretext of people-to-people exchanges. She is exemplary. She's not only married to a Chinese gentleman, she speaks Chinese, I think, as fluently as you speak it.
No, better, because she speaks a local dialect, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, very amazing.
Yeah, so she is really, really exemplary. And I wish her all the best in what she's doing. And I hope other Ugandans and other Chinese friends, as they watch her, they see that it is doable. We can have a real interesting people-to-people exchanges. But of course, yeah, she does it in that way. But you are aware, I'm sure, that there is, we get a lot of scholarships from here. We have students who come over for all sorts of courses in health, in education, and also we do have exchanges of agencies, government agencies, private sector. They come over, and we do have under South-to-South cooperation. We have delegations that come from here, go to Uganda, working together with UN agencies, for example, FAO, a food and agricultural organization. Yeah, so people-to-people exchanges is real, it's doable, and we are doing it. Uganda-China, yes.
Yeah, you mentioned the scholarships.
Yeah.
Actually, it's part of the ongoing education cooperation between Uganda and China. We actually know certain universities here in China, they have also established partnerships with certain universities back in Uganda, like Makerere University.
Yeah.
I did a bit research on like Nanjing University of Information, Science and Technology. They even established a climate institute together with Makerere, your alma mater.
That's true.
Yeah. So, what role do you think education play when it comes to people-to-people understanding and cultivating the next generation, the young generation, to continue to bridge these cultural exchanges?
Oh, already it's very encouraging that universities in Uganda are engaging with universities here. For Makerere, besides that, the engagement you've just mentioned, there is Confucius Institute for specifically for teaching the Chinese language. We have Busitema University. Busitema University is engaging with some universities here, some medical institutions here. Busitema University, for example, it has got faculty for health sciences, and they are engaging with fellow universities here in traditional Chinese medicine, because we are also interested in having our herbal medicines research and development done and all. So other universities are aspiring to engage some more with university or similar institutions here. There is a vocational training institute known as Luyanzi. The owners, the wife who is running the institute, is a lady from here, Miss Wang.
Okay.
Her husband is Ugandan. He studied here, and I think they met at university, and they have set up this vocational institute, and they are engaging with other vocational institutes here in China. I may not have them offhand like this, but I know that that is ongoing. And other universities, there is Soroti University. It has approached the embassy if we can find them also some other universities that they can twin with or engage with.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Actually, I'm planning to work on a feature story of medical cooperation between China and Africa. I think the case you just mentioned between Uganda and China worked the best for my story. So I need to get more information after our interview.
Oh, there is. Start with China-Uganda Friendship Hospital in Kampala.
Wow.
Start there.
Thank you.
You have a real infrastructure on the ground.
Thank you for this very important clue, story clue. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back to you personally because you came here in 2022. Your tenure started here in China. I'm wondering, of course, you are well traveled here in China. Just wondering, your observations on China's development while you were traveling, and is there any cases or stories interesting that you would like to share with us?
Yeah, I've been to quite a number of provinces. The development here is amazing, and I encourage more and more of my Ugandan colleagues, friends, to come to China, especially the young people, because in terms of infrastructure, the roads here are the best, the bridges, the buildings, the efforts you're making in green energy, all these miles, kilometers and kilometers, mountains and mountains of solar panels, windmills, hydropower. Wow, truly, this is the second largest economy in the world, and that is not for nothing. It's because of the fantastic development that there is. And for me, coming from Africa, from Uganda, the beauty is China is willing to support, to collaborate, to work with countries like mine, to support us to get to where you are.
And what about your key priorities? What are on top of your agenda during your tenure?
Yeah, at home we do have a Vision 2040 as a development plan, and in there we have, right now we are focusing on agricultural industrialization, we are focusing on tourism, we are focusing on adding value to our minerals, and we are focusing on science, technology, and innovation. And all these areas, who is better at them than China? So I am focusing on those areas and see if in our engagement, in my time here, I can achieve some. And indeed, we are having more and more Chinese delegations going to Uganda to explore opportunities in agricultural industrialization. And as I speak, we do have industrial parks that are run by Chinese friends, Chinese partners. These industrial parks are into agricultural modernization, iron ore, they are making steel bars for construction and all. They are into textiles, they are into electricals, electronics and all. So tourism, I need more of our friends from here going to Uganda, starting with you, because you've been to Africa but you haven't been to Uganda. And I'll be happy to work on your visa tomorrow.
Thank you.
So in the area of digitalization, I'm hoping that by the time my tour of duty is over, a lot should have happened between my country and China.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see what's been happening on the ground with my own eyes, firsthand. So while I submit my application to get approval for me, I'm waiting for that approval stamp. Thank you. Yes, we're actually seeing more women taking on leadership roles across the world. And you as a female ambassador, I'm just curious to know your journey and also your messages maybe to those young ladies out there, how to get engaged in national governance and diplomacy.
Yeah, we've just celebrated International Women's Day, and this month is a month dedicated to development of the female gender. And I am lucky, I should say, that I emerged to get to where I am, because in my country, during my days, it was not so easy for girls going to school. Still, the challenges are on. But fortunately, in Uganda, we have a legal framework. We have policies, we have got agencies to ensure that the girl child is given opportunity to compete. So in that legal framework, the policies, the agencies, we have the laws. The Constitution, for example, enables every administrative unit at the district level to send a woman as a member of parliament. Wow. Then women can compete for other positions as well. So that facility is there. Then policies to support. There is education. We have free education. That way, there is no bias for the boy child, leaving out the girl child. And we have agencies, for example, Equal Opportunities Commission at home. For every legislation, for every policy, Equal Opportunities Commission must have a look. Is it okay? Is the boy child taken care of? Is the girl child taken care of? So for me, I am lucky, first of all, because at that time when I was going to school, this legislation, these policies were not in place. Now they are. And I hope that more and more women make sure that they go to school. The girl child must go to school together with her brother, so that together we can develop this world. And I have learned in China, you believe that half the sky is held by the woman.
Of course.
So we can only get there through education, through equal opportunity. And I'm lucky that I've managed to get to where I am.
Throughout the interview, I had a strong feeling that Ambassador Wonekha is eager to see more Chinese people visiting Uganda and more Ugandans visiting China. She's been working hard to make that happen. She's right. People-to-people understanding begins with getting to know one another and seeing things with our own eyes. So dear listeners, I do hope you will have the chance to visit China, visit Africa, and discover your own version of the China-Africa story. And that's it for this edition of China-Africa Talk. Find us on major podcast platforms and get to know more stories of China and Africa and their expanding bilateral cooperation. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gao Junya. Bye for now.